Happy Saturday Night Live. The old SLOTCAR Saturday Night Live. Yep, see, you got the reflection here just like you guys. I have it on my TV, and I get commercials just like you do. It makes no difference if I'm the CEO of this channel or not. Who all got it? All right, so it looks like everybody from the members like, hey, Mark, Ed, Shift, G-Bud, James, Bill, Ryburn's back, Nobody, Paul, the dude. Hey, Kev. Hey, Patrick. We were talking about you earlier. I was telling everybody about the two different types of cars that I build. Hey, Tommy. Thanks for showing up, man. Wow, 20 people just boom. Appreciate that. Sorry I got to talking to the members about stuff and we ran all behind. Hey, Mark. Thanks for showing up, man. Mark number 2. Hey, Keith. I was talking you up in the member show, man. Anybody's interested in any diorama that's actually measured correct for 1/64 scale, be sure. And in the bottom of this description of this video, if you hit more once and you hit more one more time, it expands a lot. And you will see Keith's information, the Rooster there, on how to contact him for the diorama stuff. You'll see how to contact Steve for his custom aluminum rims, which Mark and I both use, so we both can verify them, that those are badass. They look good, run good, and perform well. And then a new one I'm going to be adding is Manchild Motorsports and Matt. So tomorrow, if you start looking in the description, you'll be able to see how to contact him to get some of his awesome controller handles if you don't have some for your track too. So if you're looking for any of the items that I've mentioned, please try to support the people that are going out of their way to help support the hobby, because, you know, they took their time to design this stuff, build this stuff. And I can tell you firsthand, I've got all of it here. It's high quality stuff. And you know, trust me, I'm not going to endorse something just because they sent it to me. If it was junk, I'd say, well, you know, thanks for sending it, but I wouldn't tell my subscribers about it. This stuff I can wholeheartedly endorse with 100%. So support the guys that are supporting the hobby. Be sure and tell them Scott sent you. And, you know, like I said, talk to them, see what they can do for you. Trust me, all three good guys. There's Rich. Hey, Zims, we was talking about you too, man. How many beers does it take to build a Super 3? 35, wow. And Rich, I'm going to be contacting you, buddy, because I don't know if you can see them right there on the lids. There's 1, 2, 3 old TYCO chassis that I have zero experience in and zero time to mess with right now. So I'm going to send those to you if you don't mind, and let you perform your old TYCO magic on them. And if you want to do them for your next Friday show, that's fine. Just, you got to promise me no hammers. Cool. Hey, Chris, thanks for showing up, man. Hatchet time. Is that supposed to be a hammer? Because that looks like a hatchet. How many beers, how many cold snacks have you had? Like I said, I had you on in the back. Oh, you don't know this. I told Adam. I was actually watching the show. It was muted though, because I had Beach on the phone and he was telling me about his new job and relocating to Iowa, and we were catching up. And so I was watching everything. I just couldn't hear it. And then when I finally did get to join back in is when I was finally off the phone, finally had my dinner, and got to join in. So I was glad to see that you got the thing running and it zipped around the track. So good job. Tommy, next Friday, I go to drop off my parts, and then he told me it should be ready to go in 2 weeks from then. So 3 weeks from today, hopefully, I can have a picture of my motor in the back of the truck and show you guys as a thumbnail for one of the shows. I don't want to build mine anymore. Reach ahead again, yeah, hammer time. Yeah, like I was telling the members, and those of you that were here last week, you heard me mention that I showed off 3 cars, kind of like a little teaser. That the next 2 weeks I was going to take cars that I'd hopped up, strip them down, put factory parts back into them that I'd had that I'd just taken off of those cars to replace with. Excuse me. And so some of them have better looking shoes than other. Nothing's been tweaked or anything. It's just been returned back to factory TYCO. And these were all cars that are strictly going to be sold that are going to go for the motor. And what I'd originally intended them to go for was the carburetor, but I'm waiting to hear back on the piston thing because he's squabbling about having to order a set of $1,100 pistons. And I needed those for boost, but I don't need them now. And he's saying that I need to go ahead and do them. So we're in discussion on that. So one way or another, I got to come up with $1,100 either for carburetor or for pistons that I didn't plan on now. So, but either way, selling some stock cars tonight, and then F1 Indy style TYCOs next week on top of the normal subscriber auction. And the subscriber auction, all of that money goes to buy new cars, and the profit goes to prizes for the next giveaway. And if you've been a privy to any of the giveaways on this channel, you know I don't give away junk. We give away top quality stuff on this show, thanks to a lot of generous people, and they help this channel a lot. So obviously, I need to start saving money now because by the time this fall rolls around, I have no doubt that we're going to be close to 4,000 once more people start getting back into the hobby again. And then that's going to be our next big giveaway. So I got to start getting for that. But the other cars that we're selling from my personal stuff that I've detuned that I talked about, that's the stuff that's going for the motor. Hey, Kim. Hey, Blue Oval. Hey, Machine Slotcar, I got your email. Just consider it a gift. It was my mistake. It should have gone to Matt. And so whenever I get done doing his cars tomorrow, and packaging everything up to ship off to him on Monday, then I'm just going to send him another pit kit. So just consider it a gift from the channel. Build it with pride. Have some fun with it. Or if you don't like those cars, give it to someone that you know that might like to have fun and build with it. And thank you for supporting the channel. Hey man, no problem, Matt. Like I said, I'll if you don't get a chance, I'm gonna leave that recording up. So if you can join in tomorrow afternoon, that's great. If not, no biggie. Just watch the video, and you can watch all your cars test and tune, and we'll get her done for you, buddy. Yeah, you guys can see I've got my TV. Well, I blocked out one to keep the ceiling fan light out, but I didn't consider the TV reflection in one of the cases there. So. Cool, man. Yeah, like I said, if you can make it, you can. If you can, you can. Like I said, I don't hold anybody. I'm not one of those school teachers that takes notes on who was here and who was what wasn't. Like I said, we all have lives. This is our hobby. This is what we do for fun. So anytime that you can spend with us and have a little bit of fun, I appreciate it. So thank you, man. Hey, Marcus. Hey, Aldo. Tomorrow, James, I'm going to go live and try out a new streaming software that Adam turned me on to that's been around a long time, but I'm not one of those techie people, so it's not something that I would have known about. But it's called OBS, and it allows me to do something like StreamYard, except I can control the size of the camera pictures. Oops. And I can also it'll all be in HD, where StreamYard's only in like 760 and this OBS is in 1080. And so tomorrow we're going to be doing 3 major things, really. We're going to be running Mark's car on the track again, getting some lap times with it because Ricky Roski sent a car and he wants to take over Mark's track record that on this bad boy that he sent here. So we're going to run Mark's current Viper V-Spec that he was kind enough to build and send to me that holds the track record now at 3.01. And we'll get a baseline and see how fast I can get this bad boy. Then we're going to try Roski's submission. And then after we're done doing that, then I'm going to have two of Matt with Man-Child Motorsports. He sent me a couple of cars to build and a couple of different arms. So I'm going to have the chassis built, one with one arm, one with the other. Did it again. And we're going to test those, see which one's faster, check the tire height, stuff like that. Basically, do like I do with any car that I build. Make it as fast as I can, make it as fun as I can without it, being uncomfortable to drive, and then build the other one to as fast as what the original one was. So, because like I said, he sent two arms and he wants me to use the fastest one in both. So I'm going to have one of each built, and then you guys are going to watch me tune on them and see which one's better. And then I'll build another one just like that one and run around the track and see if we can get it close to the same lap times. It's not going to be easy. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I hit the camera thing again. Mark, that's funny that you mentioned that, because I was showing my members during the members show. I got my Super Tires brand super order in, and I was showing them what $40 worth the Super Tires look like, and that's what $40 of the different Super Tires looks like. And yeah, so I'm going to be testing several different tire heights, but I've got a little range here. I have several different tires. I have more money in tires than I'd like to admit, which brings me to another point. Any of the cars that you win tonight that are a TYCO 440 X2 chassis that you want to have new shoes on, you want to have some less expensive gel cloths put on, or you want to upgrade to something like those super tires, or you want to have one of my Viper kits on it, or you want to have a silver package on it. Anything that you want, from, like I said, simple tires all the way up, you let me know and we can get that done. I'm trying to get rid of some of my parts, and the best way to do that is to throw it out there. And then, like one of the members mentioned, he was like, well, I'd like to try to do that myself. So if you're wanting a parts list of the two type of TYCO cars that I build and sell to people, just email me, and then I'll just simply email you back the parts list. I don't hide anything. I only charge exactly what the parts cost. I build them for free. I enjoy it like Mark does. Some people are like us. We like to tinker. And so I have no problem showing you the exact parts list that I use for my cars. Or if you want me to build it for you, I can do that too. Or just sell you the parts that they were. I can do that for the exact cost of whatever it cost me to get it to my door. So however we want to do it. And 340 fronts. Yep. That's like NASCAR prices for tires. 436. Okay, so it's funny you mentioned that, Mark, because of what you were talking about on your show. See, I watch, even though I may not be there live to join in, because most of the time you're going in on Sundays when I'm out at my parents'. But I did invest in some of those Viper albino rears, and then I heard you talking about how they were chipping away, and I haven't had that problem yet. But what's crazy is within 5 laps, I ran as fast as this car has ever ran on the track with these tires. And that's pretty amazing in my book. And what's even crazier is the car feels freer. It doesn't feel like it's drugged down as much. So I honestly think I'm going to be able to get it faster than what I was before, just by changing those rear tires. Yep. So it was pretty cool. It like I said, tire firmness makes a big difference. And so as all the parts do, it's not always about throwing the biggest and strongest motor magnets on there, the strongest traction magnets on there, or the lowest tire, as an example, because even Mark will tell you, and I can tell you firsthand, if your car is running too low, even if it's not on the rail, it increases the heat on your arm. So sometimes you have to raise it up just to save it from itself. So there's a lot of things that go into tuning a car. Hey, Doug. Cool. See, no, that's why I love bouncing these ideas off of you, buddy. Because, like I said, I don't know until I try it on my track, and then whenever, like I said, the first lap I took with it with those albino tires, I was like, when I was letting off, it felt freer whenever my coast ranges and stuff like that, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to learn how to drive this car a little different. So, it definitely just that one change, same tire height, same everything, but just that firmer tire changed that much. So, as an example, with someone with a stock TYCO, I wouldn't suggest running the M series, medium series, as far as that's concerned with Viper. There they have and then there's a medium series with super tires. The most I would do with the stock TYCO is some gel claws or some basic silicones. Now, if you start putting traction magnets in it, that's where you start using your stiffer tire. And that's where I've noticed the difference and just stepping up from the medium to the hard on doing that on the Viper. So I'm going to be ordering another $40 worth of tires. And this time I'm going to go full hard, super tire version, and see what we can do there. Yeah, there it is right there for a weaker magnet car. That's what I was saying for stock. Hey, ZSJ. Speaking of people and watching their tracks and getting back into the hobby, man. Like I said, I love watching you on Kenton's show and getting all jizzed in there. There's Kit. Speak of the devil. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping to share with people is if you don't even want to spend the money on your car, the best investment that you can make is a simple set of gel claw tires. I think they're like $1.50 a pair. These super tires are like $3.50 a pair. Same thing like with the Vipers and stuff like that, and they vary. But for $1.50, you can change the total fun factor of your factory TYCO or factory any car just for doing that. And then obviously, if you're into trying to get a little more performance out of it, then that's where I suggest a little stronger traction magnet, maybe a little lower tire, and then some other more upgrades. Lint magnets, yes. That's exactly what they are. No, I put on a set of gel claws on my car that I run around the track first because it cleans everything where I can't reach. Wow, guys. So just like always, I'll quit talking about cars and tires and boring everybody about that stuff. But there's a lot of good information you're going to get to see tomorrow because I am going to be trying different tire heights. I got a couple of different firmnesses here, but nothing that was hard because I learned about that little trick after I'd already ordered these. So when I get the new hard super tires in, then we'll test those too. But tomorrow we'll just be doing tire heights with a medium stiffness tire and then showing what the shadow runs like with the Viper albinos is what they call these. And these are really, really hard. When I put these things on there, I was like, there is no way my car is going to stay on the track because it just goes against everything that your brain tells you. Your brain tells you you want a sticky tire because you want to stick. But trust me, made a big difference. 3 o'clock Central Standard Time. And if you can't make it tomorrow, that's okay. It's going to be recorded so you can watch it at your leisure. I think it's going to be kind of entertaining because I am going to be doing the OBS software, Oscar Bravo Scott. Basically, it's going to allow me to use the old camera from back in the day before the channel got us this new one. So I'm going to be able to use this camera to show the track. The old camera is going to be pointed at the TV. So you're going to be able to see lap times and a picture-in-picture. And then, oops, did it again. And then once we get done with the picture-in-picture, the picture-in-picture, you'll have the times. But then the camera that we're looking at now is going to have, I would say, a good 3/4 of the track where you can see it, except for the very end underneath where it's sitting over there in the corner. So it'll be kind of cool. It's not like a linear track like it is with Adam and Rich and Mark with his and the mayor with his. I've got an L. So mine's a 4x8 long this way, and then it's 4x54 inches this way. So a little over 4.5 feet this way. So, hey, Michael. Yeah. Oh no, Mike. I was just using those as an example. That's why I said any old good silicone tire that you can find that's inexpensive. I got some. I think I bought like 20 pair of them for like $10. You know what I'm saying, which is a whole lot cheaper than 10 pair for $10 with a gel cloth. So and they work almost the same. So it's just whatever. I'm just trying to make the point that different tires will make a big difference depending on the level of your car and then the cost difference in each. So I don't want people to run out and spend $3.50 on a set of Viper albinos or a set of these super tires that are medium hardness with their factory TYCO, because it just will not, it'll make it worse. So you don't want to do that. Hey, Kenny. Exactly. Oh no, no problem, Michael. No, but I have to explain that to everybody. So I don't know what everybody's level is. So I apologize. I wasn't trying to offend you. Like I said, I just try to keep it as general as I can, and then some specifics so people know what I'm talking about. But I try to help everybody from the first person that they just happened to stumble on the channel, and all the way to where I can't handle a question on like a routed track or some stuff like Mark does, and I pass it off to him because he's at another level of the hobby than I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, just trying to help. 260 hub. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, see, Mark, that's why I was telling my buddies that I'm going to start building my own rear ends because I want to start playing with gear ratios. Because I have, I can't remember. I'll have to show it when I find it because I got to find it again. But I have a gear ratio chart that shows you what gear tooth, what pinion tooth to run with what gear tooth and what tire height with what hub and what gear ratio it works out to be. It's insane. So you can use like a 265 hub and then put a tire on there that was meant for a 250 hub, which is a 1/4 inch, and then actually make that taller tire thinner because the hub is 15 thousandths taller in diameter. So too low for 4AT. Yeah. See, speaking of that, I bought a Viper 22 tooth ring gear axle assembly to just to try out to see, and leaving the same 7-tooth pinion gear on there to see how that worked out. Oh yeah, you go crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I tell everybody it's a wormhole. That's why I started off with tires, and that's why you see all these boxes. Exactly. No, see, that's why I tell everybody if you're a tinkerer and you like tuning your cars, man, obviously tune into his channel, my channel, or anybody like Rich's and stuff. If you want to watch us rebuild stuff and tune on them, and know how to tear apart a car, it's not that hard. We all had to do it for the first time one time. And then once you do it a few times and it's old hat, you wonder why you didn't start doing it earlier. But I also understand there's some people, like I mentioned in the member side, that they don't want to tinker with their car. They just want to buy it, drive it. I get that too. And that's where I push the cars like the Super 7s and the Vipers and the Jags and stuff like that for a step up if you're not wanting to hop up your factory TYCO or your factory AFX car. So, like I said, it just all depends on what you do want to do. But one of the easiest things you can do to any car is tires, and the cheapest. Exactly. See, that's what, yeah, that's it right there. 8 to 22. Yeah. See, I've got some eight pinion gears too. And see, well, no, that's Paul. That's exactly why I do this stuff, and that's why like I said, I have no problem. I know Mark will do the same thing. He'll give you a parts list of everything that he did. See, I just got my first commercial. I got one on my member show. There we go. I got to skip it. I just want to make them look. Well, see, that's another part of the hobby, Kenny. A lot of people don't want to make them run fast. Some people, like as an example, it's the wrong scale, but like Boone with Boone Slot Car Garage, he doesn't really go for the racing thing. He goes more for the realistic diorama thing and just kind of cruising his cars around and kind of putting himself back in that time, because he has a lot of things that are done from specific racetracks all over the world on his track. It's awesome. Like saying, and there's some people like Keith that like building that diorama stuff like Boone does. There's people like Steve that like to make cool looking parts that happen to work hopped up. And then there's guys like me and Mark that like to see how fast we can make something run. Oh yeah, see, like Mark has two different tech block heights, one for a plastic track, one for routed track and stuff like that. I don't have that. All I have is the same piece of plastic track that I use for every car, and then a light, and I stick it on the track, and we let a rip tater chip. And I usually mark the bottom traction magnet area with a silver Sharpie, and that way I can see if it's dragging ass anywhere around the track. No, see, that's why I'm liking Keith and what he does, because he makes it so easy. You just tell him what you want and he makes it look good, makes it like you want it, makes it look good. I could not make that stuff or paint it and make it look good. I'm one of those guys in school that passed art class just because I showed up every day and the teacher felt sorry for me, so she gave me a C. I have zero artistic talent. But it's good. I'm mechanically inclined, so take one, give one. Well, here it's almost 7:30, and so like I mentioned last week, if you didn't see the show, this week is going to be kind of after this, after us talking and just throwing out whatever slot car stuff we want to talk about. The auctions are what's going to be going on tonight. Basically, there's going to be, two different auctions. The one that I'm going to call the subscribers channel auction, and then the second auction that'll be after that is for the special auction that I mentioned, that I'm going to be selling 5 of my NASCARs that were going to be runners on my track. I detuned all those cars, made them back to factory again, and then so those are 5 NASCARs that we're going to do tonight that came from my personal collection that we're going to be runners. And then next week we're doing F1 Indy type cars. All 5 of each style will be TYCOs. All 5 will be available to be hopped up any way you want. Like I said, from shoes and tires all the way up to the maximum thing that I can do to a TYCO right now. So anything in between, or you can just buy it and leave it stock how it is, either way. And once again, there is no pressure to bid or buy anything. But if you do buy something and you haven't purchased in the past, just so you know, I charge exactly what shipping costs to your door. So you would have to email me your name, mailing address, and then I would send you an invoice on PayPal with the cost of the car that you want on the auction, the exact shipping cost. And then once I receive that money, then I ship out the car, and then Ship Pirate will notify you of the tracking information so you can follow it all the way there. No pressure for anybody to bid or buy anything. So the first half tonight, we've got 6 cars. Actually, it's 7 because one of them's a 2-pack. And then on the other side, on the car side for the personal motor stuff, we have 5 NASCARs. And then Adam, unbeknownst to me, during the member show, decided to throw in a bonus auction car that I have out of the package that he will send you if you bid on it. That he will send you new in the package directly to you from him. So once again, Adam, thank you so much. And then next week, Ricky Roski, he donated a body that I'm going to try to fit a TYCO chassis underneath and build up. And we're going to try to auction off that bad boy, as well as some other nice bonus stuff that Adam has donated to be sold to try to help go towards my motor fund. And once again, thank you guys so much for doing that. And just so everybody knows, Ricky's already been the first person to donate, and he was the one that was nice enough to donate the set cars that he had won from the 3K giveaway from the Batman and Scooby-Doo set. And so we're $100 towards the $1,100 goal. So we're $1,000 and heading down. And so any of the money for the NASCARs or the Indy car that the new AFX that Adam donated, that money goes strictly for the car. So I want everybody to be clear, so no one accuses me of using channel money for my personal car. So the first part auction for the 6 cars is for the channel. And then the last 5 plus the bonus car that Adam donated are strictly for my personal car. So once again, though, there is no pressure to bid or buy any of these cars. I'm just throwing them out there. Anything that doesn't sell tonight, you will see again later. It doesn't mean that I'm going to immediately throw it on eBay or something like that. I'll just put it again in another auction if the members decide they want to see it try to get sold. So without further ado, I'll spin the camera around and I'll kind of go through the cars and what we got going on tonight. So the one that you see spinning there, these first ones that I'm going to list off are for the on the what I call the subscribers auction for the channel. So you see the Jeremy Mayfield number 12 Ford Taurus, and this is on a 440 X2 chassis. And when I bought this car, I didn't do anything to it. This came with a brand new chassis. So if you are interested in this car, you will be getting a great looking body, and B, a brand new 440 X2 chassis and a pretty hard to get livery. And so pretty good deal there. The next one that we have here is the Jeep CJ7. It's on the correct HP2 chassis. Like I mentioned to the members, though, it's got the light bulb in it, but it's blacked, so you can see it's burned out. So if you're handy with a soldering iron, you can take that old bulb off, put the new one on, or put an LED in there, and then the little fog lights up here light up, and the headlights light up. So that's a cool one to have as kind of a novelty if you've not seen one of those around the track. They also selected the Benetton F1. This is the F1 body version of a TYCO. They have 4 different body styles, and this one's on a 440 X2. And you can see it's lightly used. This is how I bought the car. It just cleaned up real nice. No road rash. All the tampo's perfect. So that look good in your collection or running around your track. This is a new old stock HP7 lighted. The lights do work, obviously. Like I said, it's new old stock, so it's brand new. And never been used. So once again, another good one for your collection. Or if you want to put some tires on it or run around your track, you can do that too. And then we have 3 brand new in the package cars. We have the hot rods, and you can see there, it's pretty cool. It's kind of like Mark, this ought to remind you kind of like the flamed one you got. It's a 40 Ford, and this is the good and the rad. You can see the chrome engine there. Kind of got a hot rod theme tonight. Here, I'll just lay it like that. And then we have the twin pack. We have what they call the turbo twin pack Hot Wheels, officially licensed by Chevrolet. And it comes with the Hot wheeled Vet, the 63, I think. Nope, 60. Says it right there. Comes with the chrome motor, and then it comes with the 57 Thunderbird, once again with the hot wheeled imitation redline wheels, and that burgundy with the what we call bug catcher. And if you notice on the back glass, it says Hot Wheels, but it doesn't say that on the Vet, just on the Thunderbird. Oops. So those are the auction cars for tonight for the channel. So any of these cars that get sold would be to use, the money would be used to buy new cars for future auctions. And then any profits get saved back for, like I said, the giveaways. And then just to show you guys what's coming, these are the 5 cars that came from my personal collection that were going to be runners that I detuned and put back to factory. So you got a McDonald's, Bill Elliott, Taurus, you got a John Andretti, Cheerios, Pontiac Grand Prix, the Bobby Labonte, Monte Carlo, Interstate Batteries, the Mark Martin that we just sold 2 weeks ago that Mr. Bonito bought, Jim. And that's what it looks like out of the package. And then there we have the Bobby Hamilton Kodak. And then those are the 5 that get sold for the new motor. And then Adam donated. We're going to have a special auction for this version of this car, brand new in the package, that Adam donated as a gift to head there. So this is my personal one, but this is what it would look like. He also sent me this car so I could have one to run around, since I gave them all away whenever we were doing the giveaways. You know, I gave away cars that AFX gave us. So we're going to be auctioning off 6 cars total that go for the motor and 6 cars that go for the channel. Actually 7 cars for the channel if you count the extra one in the twin pack. So this is where the channel subscribers tell me which car they want to start with the auction first. So you want to start with the Jeremy Mayfield, you want to start with the CJ7, you want to start with the Benetton F1, the Thunderbird lighted HP7, the Good and the Rad, or the twin pack. Mobile One. All right. So just to remind everybody once again, this thing is like new old stock. Love my camera. Thank you again for everybody. See, it's brand new chassis. No road rash. This thing's perfect. Let me pull it up here. Sorry. Trying to find my stupid timer on my phone because my little phone holder didn't come in yet. So just like always, I'll run the auction for 3 minutes. I got to move myself over here. I'll run it for 3 minutes, and then if no one bids when it gets down to the 1 minute mark, then I'll just end the auction and we'll go to the next car that, thank you, Kenny. Yeah, no, it's a Ford. It's not perfect. But that one is in good shape. So I'm starting that one off at $40 if you're interested in it. And if not, no biggie. Like I said, if it gets down to 1 minute, no one bids, then we'll end it and we'll go to the next auction car. But $40 is the minimum on that one. If anybody's interested, like I said, no obligation to bid or buy anything. And then just like last week, if we do have more than one bidder, then I will go all the way to the end. And then I will put sold in the chat when the alarm goes off on my side. So. And once again, just like always, if we get to 60, 70, 80 viewers, I do have 3 pit kits to give away. Oh, thank you, Keith. So we got one bidder. So if no one else bids against Keith in the next minute, then that car is going to be Keith's. Rooster. Thank you for your bid, sir. We're only 10 away from giving away a pit kit. So about 30 seconds, and I'm going to put sold in the chat for Keith. Yeah, there's 2 different versions of that car. So 10 seconds. If no one else bids, oh, Chris went to 50. So we're at $50. So it's going to go all the way to the end. So thank you, Keith, and thank you, Chris, both. And Yeah, I was going to say, I've got the same version in my case. The other one comes in the Cars and Crew. So Chris is in at $50 with 40 seconds left. And like I said, I'm going to, when that alarm goes off, I'm going to hit enter, and that's going to type sold. And so if anybody's trying to snipe at the end, it's whoever's was the high bid above the word sold. That worked out pretty well last week. And thank you both for your bids. Like I said, these are channel cars. Yeah, I haven't seen Daniel. There it is. So Chris, thank you, sir. I'm gonna give, and Keith, thank you for the bid. There was only two bidders, and Keith bid 40, and then Chris came in at 50. So everyone give both of them a round of applause for their support, and then a congratulations to Chris, because he won basically a brand new car, just out of the package. Awesome, man. Look at that thing. No scratches. That's why I'm showing the reflection in the plastic, just to show you. It's perfect. Good looking. So congratulations, Chris. Thank you, Keith, too, Rooster, for your bid. So we're down to the Thunderbird stock car, the F1, the Jeep, or we're going to go with the Hot Rods 40. Yeah, that is a wide pan. Or the twin pack. Oop, I got to write that down too. Turbo twin pack, G-Bud says. Okay. Chris, Mobile One, $50. Cool. Thank you again, Keith, and thank you, Chris. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, the reason this is actually mine, I was going to keep it to open it up, but I just donated it to the channel instead because some of the cars that I purchased to auction off didn't show up. And I really don't need any more runner cars. And I knew that somebody would enjoy these. So, sometimes you see them go on places cheap. Other times you see people pay outrageous prices. I was going to cut it in half and just sell the cars into the individually and try to make more money. But then I remembered that maybe somebody might want those as a collectible because this is in good shape and be able to hang it on the wall like I do with a lot of mine. So I figure $30 a car is a fair price. But if that's too high, I understand. But I'd like to try to get at least $60 out of that. So if anybody's interested, that'd be the $60. That's basically, like I said, $30 a car. That's hard to beat. Chris just about bought that whole thing right there with that Mobile One. So just to give you an example what a kind of a deal that is. So $60 if you're interested in the twin pack. Oh, thanks, G-Bud. So there we go. We got one bid. Well, we got two bids, but so it'll go all the way to the end since two people bid. Thank you, Blue Oval. Appreciate that, man. Oh, machine slot ground underground 65. So those are the TYCO 440 X2s, Michael. And the same offer goes if someone wants me to open that up and, yeah, wide pan. Yes, sir. If someone wants me to open them up and build them, I can do that. Or if you want to put it on your wall, which is what I would do, then you can do that too. And here, since we got a couple minutes, and right now, machines underground, I can show the chassis. And And that's why they call it the Hot Wheels. It's got the old Hot Wheels Redline wheels on it, on both of them. And then it does say Hot Wheels on the back glass of the Thunderbird there. So pretty cool. And machine slot car undergrounds at 65. Oops. And if you've not seen one of those, oh, thank you, 75. Blue Oval Racing, I didn't see you there, buddy. I'm sorry. So if you haven't seen one of those Thunderbirds out of the package or the blue one there, those are like a metallic paint job. And I'm telling you guys, that's a beautiful paint job on those cars if you've not seen it. Machine slot ground undergrounds at 75. And thank everybody that bid. By the rear bumpers. Oh, okay, cool. I'll zoom in on that, G-Bud, here in just a second. Thanks for pointing that out. See, that's why I love my channel, guys. See, I don't know everything, but a lot of people in my channel know a lot more than me. 10 seconds and machine slot car undergrounds at 75. There it is. Everyone gave him a round of applause. Got him an awesome twin pack. And then trying to find, oh, there it is. Thank you, G-Bud, for pointing that out. So it doesn't have it on the glass, but it's got it on the trunk lid. And then the Thunderbird has it on the back glass. So honestly, if you think about it, $75, that's not even $40 a car. So he got a hell of a buy. That's a good deal, man. Congratulations. And thank you to everybody that bid. That's awesome. And I got to write that down. Sorry, if I don't write it down, then I have to go back. And my time right now is like, I have to put myself on a schedule. So, yeah, no, that was a good deal. Like I said, if you look at it per car, that's a great deal. You can't even buy some of the new AFX cars for that. Per car, anyway. So we're down to the 40 Ford, the Thunderbird, or the Benetton, or the Jeep. So you guys tell me which one you want to see up there next. Rubbing is racing, crashing, or passing. They were doing a lot of that on the F1 sprint race. I don't know if anybody got to watch that, but number 8. Thank you, Aldo. So if anybody missed it earlier, if you're just now tuning in, this is a new old stock Ford Thunderbird. It's on a lighted HP7 chassis, and the headlight works. And like I said, it's new old stock. Not much to complain about. And it comes with the correct white wheels. It says TYCO, and this is a set car. If Rich was still here, he might tell us something. No, playing it safe. No, the only way to know if you're pushing your car is if you crash. So I got a good deal on that one. So $35 if you want a brand new old stock Thunderbird with an HP7 lighted chassis. $35 is the minimum bid. Oh, thank you, Aldo. Hey, Slot Car League of Champions. More good videos, man. Keep pumping them out. I mean, I'm not into the larger scale, but those are still cool to watch, buddy. Oh, Blue Oval's in at 40. Oh, thank you, Adam. Blue Oval went in at 40, so we're going all the way to the end. Yeah, see, Michael, I feel you. Building cars is fun, but it's also a time sucker. So that's why I'm dedicating tomorrow afternoon to doing it. Hey, man, no problem, man. Like I said, I enjoy your videos, and I want to keep encouraging you to make them and other people to enjoy them like I do. Good stuff. And Blue Oval Racing has the lead at $40. And thank you, Adam, and thank you, Aldo, for bidding. I appreciate it. Like I said, these are channel cars, so all the money from this goes to the channel. Buy new cars for auction with the money that covers that, and then any profit goes for giveaways. Fast cars and rock and roll. That's it, exactly, man. That's why I love it. In fact, I've got YouTube Music on an app on my phone that I listen to whenever I'm in the shower, and I have it played liked videos or liked songs, and your video with Van Halen pops in there with that song. So I get to see your video sometimes when I'm shaving or listening to it when I'm taking a shower. It's pretty funny. Ooh la la. Then it also reminds me of that Saturday Night Live skit with Adam Sandler and Chris Farley. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Yep, you heard the doggy. He woke up. They're sitting here staring at me because it's past their dinner time. Blue Oval's in at 40, and we're less than a minute. Oh yeah, dude. I gotta get me one of those. There's 3 different tip sizes that I've seen on those chrome pins. So you're gonna have to let me know which one you used and which one you liked, or if you got all 3 of them, Kenny, because I'm curious. 30 seconds. And Blue Oval Racing's $40. Ten seconds. I got my finger on the enter. Those pins are sweet, Ricky. Oh, Aldo went in at 46. Oh my gosh. Aldo, congratulations, man. Blue Oval, I thought he was going to take it the whole way. Aldo with the snipe. Thank you for everybody that bid on it. We don't, the Sosa brothers may not be here to do some sniping. I haven't seen Mike or Steffi, but Aldo took lessons. That's it right there. No problem, man. Congratulations. Everyone give Aldo a round of applause. Like I said, it's a brand new old stock Ford Thunderbird on an HP7 lighted chassis. So if he doesn't want to run it, he can. It's brand new. So awesome. Good get. The smallest tip. Okay, cool. For the collection. Yeah, no, that's a good one to put in there, my friend. Like I said, it's never been used. So we're down to the final 2, so I can put them both on there. And then we'll put the ones that were already sold there. Let the people that want them see them. So you're cleaning my track while you're listening to the auction? Awesome. What time are you going live tomorrow, Mark? And we'll pump it right now. Or if you're going live, you usually go on live Sunday mornings, and I'm usually going to my parents, but not tomorrow. So I can actually join in if you're going live. If you haven't watched Mark and his buddies come over live tomorrow morning, okay, cool. There you go. Go to Mark's house, Mark's SLOTCAR Garage, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell, and that way you'll get notified if he goes live. Probably around 11 East Coast time, so 10 o'clock Central. So we're down to the last 3 cars for the auction tonight. We've got the Benetton number 19 On a 440X2, we have the Jeep CJ7 on an HP2 lighted chassis, but the light bulb is burnt out. And then we have the 40 Ford Coupe from the Hot Rod series, the Bad and the Rad. So you guys tell me, which one of those three are we going with next? And if someone sees that we got to 60, CJ7, okay. If we get to 60, let me know if I missed it. Because I'd love to be able to give away another pit kit. So here we go. Here's this CJ7. Like I mentioned earlier, if you missed it, it comes with an HP2 chassis. It does run. It does have the light bulb in it, but it is blackened and burned out. And I'll tear it apart and show you. The CJ7 is perfect on both sides. You can see there's no road rash on it. This thing's in great shape. Very little use. I mean, look at those shoes. Pretty cool. Here, let me take off the, so you can see how they did the light bulb. See how it's angled up? And then if you see in there, it sits in the center pod that lights up these two. And then it shoots it forward, you can see right there, for the headlights. Pretty cool stuff. And like I said, I got a couple of these from my childhood. I got the red and the yellow. And someone had asked me about them. I think it was Mike Mertz, but he's not here tonight. But that's okay, because I can always try to find more. But I got a good deal on that, believe it or not. I sell them C for over $40, but I got this one for less than 35. So $35 if you're interested in the CJ7. Oh, thank you, Aldo. So Aldo's in at 40. And if no one else bids on it when it gets to 1 minute, then it's his. Yeah, see, Michael, that's what I would recommend, is check with the Hardin Creek one first, because it's multi-sizable, and to see if you even need to buy those chucks. Yeah, there you go, Mike. Yeah, I'm all about saving money. You know, get that bang for the buck. I figure any dollar I save is another dollar I can spend on a car or more parts. Like I said, I keep my slot car money separate from my real car money. Otherwise, both of them would break me. Yeah, 250, 260, 275. Cool. So if no one else bids against Aldo at 1 minute, then we're just going to sell that one to him for 40, and then we'll pick one of the last two cars, and we'll go on to the next one. Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of those sizes you really won't use, in my personal experience. 10 seconds, and if no one else bids against Aldo, then it's his for $40, and he got him a badass looking CJ7. Oh, Scotty went in at 42, so we're going all the way to the end. Thank you, Scotty. So thank you, Aldo, and thank you, Scotty. Appreciate that. So I'm going to type in sold, so that way if anybody tries to snipe, then we'll know. Yeah, that is the lighted one there, Michael. Yep. The light bulb's just burned out. 30 Coronas. Nice, kitten. Scotty's in at 42 with 20 seconds left. So if you've got a lag, be ready. 5 seconds. 42, Scotty. Oh, Aldo went in at 46. There it is, Aldo. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, Aldo. Congratulations to Aldo, though. He got him another badass looking car. Awesome stuff. Everyone give Aldo a round of applause. 2 awesome cars right in a row. And thank you, Scotty, for bidding. And he got both of them for $46, ironically. CJ for a 7. No, man, you got a couple good looking cars. Like I said, I try to buy good stuff and try to get them at a reasonable price for you guys. So, like I said, if I'm willing to put some of these in my collection, that ought to tell you. Spilt my beer. Cheers. Nice. Patrick, those are kind of hard to come by at a reasonable price, but I can try to find one for us and try to put it in an auction. We've got the Benetton F1 style F1 car, and then we have the Hot Rods 40 Coupe on an HP7 chassis, brand new in the package. Yeah, no problem, Patrick. Like I said, I try to help out. You know, if you guys are looking for certain cars or stuff, I try to get them. Well, when it's reasonable. Hot Rod, Kenny says. All right. There we go. Really? They're on the AFX side, Michael, of the Carreras? Well, if they're for 40 or less, that's a pretty good deal. So I got a fairly good deal on that one too. So speaking of good deals, that's brand new in the package, and I can start it off at $35. So if you want that for your wall or to get it out and run it, $35 and it's yours. And if nobody wants it, then we'll move it off of there after 2 minutes and we'll go to the next. Oh, Ed went in at 45, so we got one bid. Thank you, Ed. Tall can of Miller Lite. A tall boy. Yeah, Michael, if you can help out Patrick there, that'd be awesome. Oh, there you go. It's what he wanted, body only. The maroon and black is what I have. James, oh, Mr. Murray. Hey, thank you, buddy, for showing up. James went in at 46, so this one's going to go all the way to the end. Thank you, Ed, and thank you, James, both. Thank everybody that's bid tonight. Oh, there it is, Adam. Adam's the man. He's on it like Blue Bonnet. And Adam, if you could put Matt with Manchild Motorsports' email in there, so if they're interested in getting some of those controller holders, I'll show those later. So if you have that handy. Murphy, yeah, ahoy. We missed him in the members meeting, but like I said, I understand everybody's got lives. And Adam just put in the email address to contact Matt with Manchild Motorsports if you're interested in any of his controller holders that Adam showed off on his show, and I'll show them after this auction's over here. Oh, cool. Well, happy birthday. From all of us at the house. If you can see that in the background through the clear plastic, you can see the F1 car rotating on the thing. That's pretty funny. And James Murphy is in there at 46 with 46 seconds left. at Ferraris. That just sounds expensive. Hope it was good. 30 seconds left if you've got lag. And oh, Ed went in at 52. Thank you, sir. Life has too many things in the way. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. Ten seconds left. Ed's in at 52. If you've got lag and you're wanting to snipe him, 5 seconds. There it is. Everyone give Ed a round of applause. Everyone that bid on it. Mr. Murphy. Thank you, sir. Ed. There's the good and the rad. Good looking car. Congratulations, man. Well, we haven't sold any duds tonight. I'll just tell you that. I mean, there's none of them that have been like, well, you know, if you look at it with one eye and yeah, no, they're all good. Oops. Sorry, I'm writing it down. There we go. Yellow Lagoon. Yep, there you go. I'll set up the camera next week, Ed, and I can show you. I've got 4 of them, and that's the only 4 I have. But I'll set up the one of the presets on the camera to show off those 4 that I do have. Hey, Rick, man, no problem, man. Like I said, family is way more important than this. So, you know, tell everybody we all said hello and you enjoy your time with your family, my friend. So the last car that we're doing on the auction for the channel side tonight is that F1 car. Is the Benetton Ford. We'll get it up here and let you guys get a good look at it because this thing's in perfect shape. And there it is on the bottom side. So you can see it is lightly used, but everything is perfecto. No broken wing, no nothing. Good looking car. There's 2 different versions of this car, and the other one is the set car that you're thinking of. Yeah, the stanchions right there. Yep. Some of those bodies have them and some don't. I've got one of them both ways, but they were broke off from the factory like that when you buy a new old stock body. But good point there, G-Bud. That's what he's talking about right up here. See those 2 dots? That's where they got broke off. Not from whoever had the car, but whenever they were doing the bodies. Like I said, I've got new old stock bodies, and I've seen several others, and they have it the same way. So got distracted. This one has a 440X2. And believe it or not, these tires are still pliable. I mean, if you wanted to run them, you could. I'd still suggest putting new ones underneath it. So $35 if you're interested in the Benetton. And like I said, that's the last one for the subscriber side. And then we'll go and do the cars that are for my personal motor. Yeah, the upper A-arms. Yes, sir, Kenny. I can show you a brand new old stock body that I got that has them missing too. So came halfway around the world. And like I said, if nobody bids on it, then once it gets down to 1 minute, we'll move it on the way. There's that's a 4 on the collector's scale. No A-arms is better. Oh, okay. I would think it would be because they were broken off from the factory, personally. You look at them wrong and they'll break. Yeah. 349 cubic inches, stroked 302. Basically 40 over 302 with a 3/4 stroke. So if 30 seconds, if no one bids the 35, then we put it away for another day. No biggie. For the slotless. Oh, see, there you go. That's why it is more rare. Thank you, G-Bud. So there's a good answer for you, Aldo. I didn't know that. The slotless stuff is a lot more rare than the mass manufactured stuff. Oh, Aldo went in at 36 and no one else bid, so it's his. Thank you, Aldo. Everyone gave him a round of applause. G-Bud just informed us that he got him the rare version of that body. And he got a good deal on it, too. Congrats, man. You got 3 good kick-ass cars. So just to recap, we got these 3 bad boys. 2 out of the 3 Aldo won. And then we had the F1 car, the Benetton. And it doesn't have the A-arms, and G-Bud let us know that that is the rarer of the 2 because it went with the TCR chassis. So thank you again for letting us know that. We got the 44, the good and the rad. Brand new in the package. And then the awesome twin pack of the Thunderbird and the Corvette. Hey, Mayor. Not on this motor, Kenny. I'm waiting until I get the other parts before I put the turbos on it. And so those are the cars that were auctioned tonight. And thank you to everybody that bid, even if you didn't win. And if you did win, congratulations again. I appreciate it. And I will be getting out invoices tomorrow evening, like I've been pretty good consistently doing so far the last couple of weeks. But now, just to make clear again, these are the cars that I'll be selling that if they sell, the money goes strictly to my motor in some way, shape, or form. And I just want to point out again that Roski he was the first person to donate to that fund, and he donated his set cars. And so I'm $1,000 away from the $1,100 goal. And any car I sell will obviously help me bring that down to anything that I have to worry about waiting for the next paycheck for. So we have a Bill Elliott, McDonald's, Taurus. We have the John Andretti, Pontiac, Cheerios. We have the Bobby Labonte, Monte Carlo, the Mark Martin number 6 Taurus that we sold new in the package the other day. We have the Bobby Hamilton Kodak, Monte Carlo, and then we have a bonus auction for a brand new in the package Alfa Romeo number 24. This is one of the 4 new cars that AFX just came out with. Adam donated it to be in an auction. So you won't get this one, but you'll get one that's brand new in the package, and Adam will ship it to you directly. And once again, Adam, thank you for that, buddy. So, like I said, all 5 of the stock cars and then the bonus F1 Indy car. And if you guys haven't seen one of those things up close, look at that detail. I'm just telling you guys, you've got to have one of these on your track. So you guys tell me which one you want to see on the auction block first. And once again, no obligation to bid, buy anything. But if you do, just so you know, once again, it will be going for my personal car and not for the channel. Candy apple red Mustang, nice. So you guys tell me which one you want to start with, and we'll start her up. Okay. So Adam wants to start with the one that he's auctioning off for the car. And that would be the, what is it, Valtteri Bottas, and is it Joe Granu, something like that? The real one or slot car? My real one is going to have no power adder until I get the billet crank and billet rods, because I don't want to blow up anything because they can't handle the boost that I want to throw at them. And so, Zoe, that's him. Thank you, G-Bud. So, Adam, you tell me where you want to start this auction at, since you're the one that donated the car. And then when you put a number in there, then that'll be the minimum bid. And then I will start the timer. And once again, thank you, man. Appreciate that. And I'll leave these others in here so we can kind of see what's coming next. All right. So Adam said for the low price of $20, that'll get the bid started. If you're interested in the Zoe team car of Valtteri Bottas for the Alfa Romeo, brand new in the package. And Mr. Clark's in for 20, so thank you, sir. James in for 25. Thank you both. So it'll go all the way to the end. Well, James and Angela, you're bidding against each other. Aldo's in at 20. Scotty's in at 30. Thank you, guys. Patrick went 35. And like I said, you won't be getting that particular car. You'll be getting one that's brand new in the package, so it'll be your option to open it or not. And right now, Patrick's in the lead at $35. She snipes. That's awesome. One going for the sofa tonight. Yeah. They've been watching too much of Adam's show. He's a bad influence. Play-Doh. Mayor. And Mr. Clark's in at 35 with a minute 20 left. And thank you, everybody that bid on it. Like I said, I appreciate it. Hey, Alejandro. Thanks for showing up, man. Hope you're having a good weekend. Patrick's in at $35 with 1 minute left. And since there were several bidders, it's going all the way to the end. And just to remind everybody that whatever money for this car goes to my personal car. And then Adam will send a brand new version of said car instead of that one there. So. And Patrick Clark's in at $35 with 30 seconds left. And if you haven't had one of those new out of the package yet, I would try to jump on that. Hey, Scotty, thank you, sir. So Scotty's in at 40. 10 seconds left. There it is. Everyone give Scotty a round of applause and thank everybody that bid. He got it in there for the $40. And so, Scotty, I'll get your information to Adam so that he can mail out a brand new in the package number 24 to you. And there's your car, what it would look like out of the package if you decide to get it out. And I can tell you, if you haven't seen Adam run these cars like I have and he has, they are runners. These are nice. So thank you, Scotty. Appreciate that, man. Thank you to everybody again that bid. Like I said, you know, I'm not begging for money. I'm just getting rid of some of my stuff that I need to, you know. And then Adam was nice enough to help me out. So. So thank you, sir. And everybody that bid, obviously, like I said. And that's a good deal for that car. Yeah, they do run fantastic. Nobody's home. I agree with you 100%, Paul. So we're down to the. Okay, well, Patrick, if you want one for $40, Adam just said that he would donate one if you wanted to do that. So if you want me to, I'll write it down. Oh, hey, Daniel, there you are. We were talking about you, man. We'll tell everybody happy birthday. And yeah, that's very nice, Adam. And Mr. Clark, if you want one, just type in there yes. And yes, okay. Well, there you go, Adam. I've got his information too. Thank you, man. Thank you both. Wow. So we doubled down. $80. Kick ass. I will do, man. No, thank you again so much, man. You help you guys have no idea how much this man helps out this channel, and that's why I tell everybody to be sure and tell him thank you, because he does a lot for this channel that you guys have no clue about, and I can't do half of what I do without him. So I definitely appreciate his friendship and support. More his friendship than his support than anything, because he's a good friend. So we're going to go with McDonald's, Cheerios, Interstate Batteries, Valvoline Motor Oil, or we're going to take some pictures with Kodak. Yeah, that Cheerios Pontiac is a hard one to try to get, but these are all good looking cars. If you can't tell, Cheerios. All right, put these down. I'll get this one up here so you guys can see it. Look at this. I mean, like I said, these were my personal cars. So obviously, I got really good cars, and I was going to turn them into runners, and I never got them ran, and I stripped off all the hop-up parts and made them factory again. And so if you've not seen one of these, novused up, yeah. This is a awesome looking car. I really hate selling it, but I've already got one in the case, and I'm not going to run it, so let's sell it. If anybody's interested in the John Andretti's Cheerios, I have to have $40 out of that bad boy, because I know I paid that for it whenever I bought it. So $40 if you want the Cheerio. Pontiac by John Andretti. Oh, Aldo's in at 45. Thank you, sir. And thank you, Kenny. Yeah, no, that's a good looking car, man. That's why I said I almost don't want to sell it. Oh, thank you, Ed. So this one's going all the way to the end since I have two bidders. And thank you both again for your support and your generosity. When this auction's over, with all the cars, I can show you guys the Dodge version. There's two versions of that Cheerios car, the Dodge and the Pontiac. And the Dodge version is a set only car. But the Pontiac you could buy in a blister pack. I know, I'm looking at it on my wall. That's why I said I can get rid of this one. So Ed's in at $48 with a minute 48. Michael, you would have to reach out to those individual people that like Adam and Pro Tinker Toys and Mark Slotcar Garage and Southern Slot Racing and Man Child Motorsports. But if you want to buy some Scott's House of HO Racing stickers, I sell a sticker pack for $5 that gets you one of each of the sizes of the small, medium, and large Scott's House Racing stickers. And so you can reach out to me and I'll be more than happy to send you some. Oh, speaking of which, Roski, your stickers came back to me because of insufficient postage because I subbed too many of them in there. So I put another stamp on them and send them back out. Okay, sure, Michael. Yeah, just reach out to me at scottdanielmo@gmail.com and remind me of your information if I already have it, and then I'll get those shipped out Monday. Yeah, American vouch for them. And Ed's leading at $48 with 35 seconds. So if you're looking to bid on this car, be prepared with your lag. Oh, you found them in the box? Oh, well, you got some extras coming your way then, my friend, for your generosity. See, good things happen to good people. Didn't even plan it that way. Look what happened. Just take them all, my friend. 10 seconds, Ed's at 48. Oh, Chris went in at 65. He wants that car bad. Yep, and he got it. Chris got it at $65. Everyone give him a round of applause. I mean, I'll hold it up here again. If you didn't see it the first time, he got him an excellent version of this car. This thing is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's perfect. Congratulations. That's the reflection. That's not a, see, that's the light. There's no nicks on this car. There's nothing wrong with this car. It is perfect. Trust me, like I said, it came out of my personal collection. I wanted to make sure that I had some nice looking cars before I destroyed them. So, Chris, Cheerios. $65. Thank you, sir. Thank you to everybody, Ed, and everybody that bid on it. That's awesome. So the final four we have here is the Bill Elliott McDonald's, the Bobby Labonte Interstate, Mark Martin Valvoline Taurus, and the Bobby Hamilton Monte Carlo. Mickey D's, Aldo says. So look at this bad boy. Like I said, guys, these were my personal cars. There's a reason why they look this good. Yeah, not a mark on them. And there you go. Look at that. So, beautiful car. And just like the Cheerios, I'm going to start it off at $40. Like I said, if anybody wants it, nope, I'm not trying to shame anybody or charm anybody into doing it. Serving a blast from the past, yeah. Oh, so all those in at 45. I used to want to date a girl that worked at Service Merchandise, so I all the time was going into that store and buying stupid stuff that I never wanted. Oh, hey, I forgot to take the hopped up axle out. I'll take the hopped up axle and put a factory axle back in it. That's a good IG, bud. All those, machine slot grinds in at 50. So we got two bidders. It's going to go all the way to the end. Good IG, bud. Yeah, no, those, I'll put the factory one back in it. I almost gave away a good hopped up rear end. Yeah, Chris. Wow. I can confirm that, Mayor. That's what surface merchandise was all about, Kenny. Yeah. Good-looking women trying to sell you overpriced junk. I went to school with this one. That was the difference, though. The stupid pickleball battle. You sound like my uncle. He plays pickleball. He's all the time hurting himself doing it, too. So I told him he needed to get into slot cars. $50 machine, slot car underground, and minute 25. And the mayor's already got one of these, or I'm sure he would have got it for Sweet Jane. And be sure and tell Jane hi for us all. I haven't seen her in here, Mayor. 1 minute. $17.11. Yeah. So $50 machines, slot car underground, and we have 35 seconds left. You missed that whole track. Uh-oh. Well, you better let her relax those puppies there, Mayor. Don't interrupt her. Let her kick up the feet. Have some Chardonnay or whatever. 10 seconds. Aldo's in at 58. Aldo got him another great car. Man, Aldo's on a roll. Just call him Butter. My bad joke, but Aldo sniped while I was typing. Well, like I said, there ain't really much I could say. That, like I said, if there's something wrong with cars, I tell you. But I've literally rebuilt this one. I will put a factory chassis back underneath this one, rear end. Thank you again, G-Bud, for pointing that out, so I didn't give that away. And then, so it'll be bone stock factory when you get it, but it will still have the black hubs. So, Rich disappeared. I don't know if he had too many cold snacks. Maybe. Yeah, he's in fuego right now. He's on fire. Yeah. Yeah. No, everyone give him a round of applause, man. He's got some awesome looking cars tonight. Everybody has, like I said. So we're down to the Bobby Hamilton, the Mark Martin Taurus, or the Bobby Labonte. Kodak, James says. All right. Well, like I said, there isn't really a dog in this bunch because, like I said, these are once again, my personal cars. So we'll get it up here so you can see. Ooh. And there we go. That's what a factory rear end looks like. So that's what will be back underneath the McDonald's. But good looking car. Good for an IROC series if you need one of those around the track. Missed the fire of the hammer. Yeah, he did have a rough night last night. He may have had too many cold snacks. So I'm going to start Mr. Hamilton off at $35. I think I told James that last week that that's what I was going to do. So there it is, $35 if you're interested in the Kodak number 4. Thank you, James. And then just like always, if no one bids when it gets down to 1 minute, then we just sell it to James and we go to the last two, the Taurus and the Monte Carlo. Oh, it is, Roski. Yeah, no, like I said, all my stock cars that I had were all good. And like I said, I really didn't want to sell them, but I want to drive my real car. So whatever I got to do to try to get there within reason. Just like Kenny, you know, we're not all, gotta pick and choose. So James in at $35 with 35 seconds left. If no one else bids against him, we stop it at 1 minute. Oh yeah, Ricky. No, you know, life is choices. Gotta choose. And right now, I wanna smell real rubber on a real track, and this is just a small sacrifice to get there. So there it is. Everyone give James a round of applause. It's sold. No one else bid on it. So congratulations, James. $35 for the Bobby Hamilton Kodak. Great looking car. Goodbye, man. I know it's going to a good home. Write that down. $35. Nice. All right, so we're down to the final two for Scott's car, Labonte. All right, well, that was quick. Thank you, nobody. Paul. So there you go once again. And there you go. So that's like I said, these have all been rebuilt. So I know they run and they look good too. So yeah, I knew you did, Rick. It runs. And like I mentioned, any of these cars, if you're wanting to run them and you want me to hop them up or just put tires on or anything in between, you just let me know. Interstate batteries, like I said, I've been doing good, so we'll just do $35 if you're interested in Bobby Labonte. So 35. Thank you, nobody's home. Paul, appreciate your support, buddy. Aroma of the tire gods. I agree completely, Kenny, 100%. That and the smell of race fuel. Oh, thank you, Rick. We got two people bidding, so it'll go all the way to the end. And then I promise next week I should have the little timer here, and you won't have to see my hand or my phone anymore. I know how sexy that is to everybody to see that, you know, blood blister underneath my fingernail. That's sarcasm, by the way. I know that. It's disgusting. A hand model I am not. You are correct, Mark. Or a face model or a model, period. I've got the face for radio. Hey, Steffi, we were just talking about you. Well, tell everybody hello from the house, and you guys have yourself a good weekend. Thank you for stopping in and saying hi. You've been missing some good sniping tonight. Yes, they do. They have a Lumina that's a Dale Jarrett car, Ed, I believe. I'll get mine out and look whenever I get out that Dodge Cheerios car to show off. You guys work quick. Oh, that's funny. So nobody's home, Paul, $40, 1 minute. Without your sniping? Yeah. Well, thank you, Steph. We all love you guys too. Appreciate it. Nobody's home's in at 40 with 30 seconds left. If you're interested in the Bobby Labonte. Five seconds. Oh, 43. 45. Oh, nobody's home, Paul. Everyone gave him a round of applause. Aldo thought he was going to snipe in there. Oh. And I like the Labonte brothers, so that's why I like that. Boom. Yeah, got him. Yeah, yeah, you did. That's awesome. Everyone gave him a round of applause. He officially sniped. Bobby, number 18. Good looking cars. So we're down to poor Mark Martin. Double snipe going on. Yeah, they waited till the very last second. So if you missed 2 weeks ago, Jim Benito bought this car brand new in the package. And then last week he bought the Johnny Benson Pontiac version of the Valvoline. But this is obviously the Taurus version with Mark Martin. And once again, you can see it's like brand new. Because, like I said, I rebuilt all of these chassis, and anything that needed to be replaced got replaced. And this car is in perfect shape. Tour bus. So there we go with old Mark Martin. Rich's favorite car. So I'm going to start Mark Martin off there at $35, and that's a really good deal considering the condition of that car. And his favorite driver too. Yeah, no. But if no one wants it, nobody wants it. I get it. But better get it before Rich does, because he might take the hammer to it. Oh, thank you, Machine Slot Car Underground. So he's in at $40. And if it gets down to 1 minute, nobody else bids over $40 or bids at all, then it's his car. Every single one of these stock cars tonight are in excellent condition, guys. I can tell you straight up. And if you want anything done to them, like I said, you just let me know, and whatever parts you want added, I can add them on there for the exact cost of the part. Or if you want them as is, I'll ship them to you as is. Oh, Mr. Murphy's in there at 41. So we got 2 people bidding. It's going all the way to the end. Thank you, guys. Shining like a brand new Cadillac. Yeah. Oh, I polished these guys up for everybody because, like I said, I knew they looked good, but I wanted to make sure they really look good for if I'm trying to sell them. So, hey, Mark, thank you for stopping in tonight. Everybody be sure and check out Mark tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central. He's got some buddies coming over. Watch him do some racing. Thanks for your support, man. Hey, man, no problem. Thank you for your friendship and support, buddy. Mr. Murphy's in at 41, and we got about a minute left. And this will be the last auction car for tonight, and then I'll show off a couple of the versions of the cars that I mentioned. And we'll wind her down. Machine's in at 42. Thank you, sir. Dreams for me, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, today. May the force be with you all. Thank you, Mr. Murphy. I forgot all about that. It's Star Wars Day, everybody. 30 seconds left. Machine slot car underground, $42. May the force be with you. 10 seconds. 42. Hey, good night, Patrick. Thanks for joining in, man. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Mr. Murphy went in at 47. Sold. Good job, Mr. Murphy. Thank you, Mr. Murray. 4 dead in Ohio. James Murray, Mark Martin, got Rich's favorite car, $47. Everybody got some awesome looking cars tonight, just to show them off one last time. Let's show off Mr. Murphy's car one last time here. Got him an awesome Mark Martin Ford Taurus. There's 2 versions of this car. This is a good one. Rich has 2 of them. And we got the Bobby Labonte Interstate batteries. Like I said, if you saw scratches on these, then you'd see what I'm saying. These aren't scratched up or used up. These are good looking cars. Awesome. Bill from Dawsonville. Bill Elliott, McDonald's. Mr. John Andretti in the Cheerios Pontiac. This is an awesome looking car. Like I said, good looking stuff. Hamburger helper on the trunk lid there. And then Mr. Adler got him the Bobby Hamilton number 4. And we had the awesome turbo twin pack that had the Vet, and it's got the Hot Wheels on the back trunk. And then we have the Thunderbird, and it's got the Hot Wheels on the back glass. And those have those metallic paint jobs. See that? Oh, I'm telling you guys, if you see these out of the package, these things really pop. Especially this burgundy one. See that? Good looking cars. And then last but not least is the packaged ones. We got the Heart Rods, one of them. And just to show you some of the ones that come on the back. The good and the rad. Good looking car. I like it. And I got these on that's a new old stock on an HP7 lighted Thunderbird. We got the Jeremy Mayfield Ford Taurus on a brand new chassis on a 440. Got a lighted CJ7 on an HP2. And then the last but not least, the Benetton Ford with the harder to find. Thank you again, G-Bud. Without the stanchions on a 440 X2 chassis. So awesome looking cars. And let's get that Dodge and I think that's yeah. Okay, so I forget who asked me about the Dale Jarrett, but it's on I think it was Ed. I'm not sure, but there it is, Dale Jarrett, and it's in the Lumina. And so what we sold tonight was the Bobby Labonte Monte Carlo. So there is a hey Kenny, thank you, sir. There is a Lumina version of the Dale Jarrett And this is the car that made Dale Jarrett famous when he won a lot of races for Joe Gibb Racing. And then here's the Dodge version of the Cheerios car that I told you I'd show you off. And this is a set car only. And instead of hamburger helper, it's got checks on the deck lid. But it's a good looking car. Hamburger helper on the quarter there, and Pop Secret. I like Dale. I liked him better when he drove with Robert Yates Racing, because then he was a Ford guy. And so there's a couple of those bad boys I said I'd show off. And then in case you haven't seen, there's two versions of the McDonald's car, and here's the alternate version, the drive-through McDonald's. And it's got a black roof, and obviously it says drive-through on it. You just wish he kept driving Chevys. Well, he made us both happy. He drove both. And then he ended up with driving Toyotas. Yeah, he was a class act. That's what I liked about him and his dad, Ted. Or Ned. Sorry, Ned Jarrett. So there's the alternate version of the McDonald's car that you saw here that we sold. So there they are together. No, this one isn't for sale. This came out of my cabinet. This one's my collector version. But if I can find another one, trust me, I will. I just wanted to show you guys the different versions of those cars. Yeah. All those in Fuego, he's wanting to buy everything. Good stuff, man. Oh, thank you, James. I appreciate that. I don't have that $11.14. Oh, where's Patriot Hobby or Patriot Racing and G-Bud's here? So those are my two change bidders. That's awesome stuff. So just to recap real quick, next week we'll be doing the subscribers auction, and once again we'll be doing a Scott's personal selling some cars to help pay for his motor auction, and it's going to be the F1 Indy style TYCO cars. And so I'll pick out 5 of those. And then Adam has been gracious enough to donate a couple of more brand new cars from PTT's exclusives that we'll announce next week that you'll have your chance to bid on and win as to try to help out for the motor. And thank you again for that, Adam. But if you're so inclined and you don't want to wait until next week, I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Central Standard Time. I'm going to go live. It's going to be my first time going live with the new software for streaming that allow me to go in HD with both my cameras. So if you missed it earlier, I'll have this camera set up on the track. I'll have the old camera set up pointing at the TV. So you'll be able to see some lap times. We're going to run some cars. Obviously, we're going to be running the one that Mark built me. And we're going to get some lap times because this is the car that holds the track record on my track right now at 3.01 seconds. And then Roski sent in a car that he wants to try to take over my track record with that we're going to run. Hey, Kevlar, Kevin, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. No, man, you guys are the ones that make it a good show. I'm just the mediator. And so he got a lifelike chassis on a Lexan body that we're going to try to take over the track record with. And then Manchild Motorsports sent me a couple of cars to build and put my V-Spec TYCO Viper Killer package on. And he doesn't want me to use my arms. He wants me to use one of his arms. So he sent me a couple of arms to try. And we're going to see which one runs the best. And then we'll build one of those chassis out of the other arm of the one that runs the best, and we'll run it again too. So I'll be running and testing these cars, checking different tire heights and stuff like that, and seeing what we can do for Man-Child Motorsports. And then I'm also going to be building another Viper killer that we're going to be auctioning off next week, thanks to Richard, and we're going to Ricky, I'm sorry, Roski, and we're going to try to put it underneath this one. And so another Lexan body, and if I can get it to fit, and if not, then well, I'll find something that we'll put something underneath it, and we'll be able to get rid of it. But one way or another, if you're available tomorrow, join in live. You can ask questions while I'm building cars. This will be the parts list of the cars that I'm building tomorrow. And if you're interested in wanting this parts list, and if you haven't purchased a car and you want to build one yourself, email me. I'll be more than happy to send you that list. If you want me to build you a chassis, I can build you one. Or if you just want me to sell you the parts off that list and mail them to you, I can do that too. So anything I can do to help you guys out, you just let me know. Okay, sounds cool, Roski. Super 7 or Wizard thingy. Not sure what you mean there, Michael. Oh, what base chassis for the Viper killer? Oh, I run on a TYCO 440X2. So this is an example of one of my Viper killers right here. But this is what I would call the top of the line, because it has the independent front end. If you want to save a few bucks, then I can put a Razor front end on it. And believe it or not, this car is fast enough that if you have a true set of the factory hubs, all I have to do is put some like gel call front tires on it, and it'll still outrun a Viper even with factory hubs. But it just gets faster the different front ends that I put on there. So this is the one I use as my test car, and so I baseline everything off of this. And so any of those cars, like I mentioned, that were sold tonight, if you want me to add anything to them, you just email me, let me know. Anything from shoes, tires, all the way up to silver package or Viper killer spec, whatever you want. But tune in tomorrow and you can watch me build a couple of cars. You can watch me do some testing, and hopefully Ricky's car will set a new track record for Mark from Mark's car, and we'll have a new track record at Scott's House of HO Racing. But Miss 9 o'clock, I've been on for over 3 hours. I need to feed the dogs, and I need to get me a fresh Mountain Dew. So once again, guys, thank you so much for your help, your support. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to everybody that's donated to the channel to help me for the motor, everybody that purchased cars to help for future giveaways and for future auction cars. Thank you so much for even bidding, even if you didn't win. Tune in tomorrow if you can. If you can't do it, I'm going to record it, so you'll be able to watch it at your leisure. And if you have any questions, please just reach out. I'll be happy to help. And if I don't know the answer, I got a lot of smart people in my chat that do, and we will find the answer to your question one way or another. So thank you, guys. Get out there, light some sparks, melt some plastic. Try to check in with Mark tomorrow at Mark's SLOTCAR Garage, 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then 3 o'clock Central for yours truly. And we'll do a little picture-in-picture racing with a time screen so you guys can see what's going on. So you guys take care. We'll talk to you all soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.